yours again. And a very good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke, Zach Roseman alongside. Brother Josh is here as well, and we are in Championship Day here at the 37th Annual Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Classic. And we got a long day ahead of us on handing out some trophies a little bit later on, as our first game of the day does not include a trophy, but it is for 13th place, and that game will be between Edwardsville and Triad. So let's run down the day's festivities for you, if you will. We have the Edwardsville Triad game for 13th place going on here in just a moment. In the auxiliary gym, there's only one game today, and that'll be taking place at the same time this one will, and that is the 15th place game between Alton and Wasilla. One of those teams will get one win in this tournament. The other will leave without a win. So our day's second game will happen at 10:30. That is the 11th place game, or the third place consolation championship, if you will, between Belleville East and Oakville. That'll take us over to the winner's side of the bracket, and at 12 o'clock we'll have the 7th place game between Madison and Mundelein. That'll be followed by the 5th place game between Lincoln and Granite City. Then we will have a little bit of a lunch/dinner break, and we'll come back at 4:30 for the consolation championship, or 9th place game between Altoff and Rockford East. Then we'll swing back over to the winner's bracket, and we'll feature the 3rd place game and the championship game. 3rd place game scheduled to tip off at 6 o'clock between Quincy and host Collinsville. And the championship game, looking for their first ever win here in the championship round of the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Tournament, will be O'Fallon, and they will take on the Generals of Decatur MacArthur High School, looking for their second tournament championship here at Collinsville. Their first one coming way back when this tournament first started. What year was that?
1984.
1984. That is Zach Roseman. He'll be on the microphone for most of the day, except for the Collinsville game. So we'll wrap up this day here in just a moment, and we'll come back after a timeout because we'll have the national anthem going on. And when we come back, we will give you the starting roster for Edwardsville and Triad. All that's coming up on the K-Hawk Sports.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a K-Hawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' K-Hawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Day 3, championship day here, and we have the 13th place game here between Edwardsville and Triad. Here are your starters for each team. We'll begin with the Edwardsville Tigers. They will trot out onto the floor A.J. Tillman. He is a 6-foot sophomore. Bryce Spiller, a 6'3" sophomore. Jordan Bush, a 6-foot sophomore. Isaiah Kloster, a 6'4" junior. And Sean Passett, a 6'4" senior. For the Triad Knights, they will bring onto the floor Drew Winslow, a 6'4" freshman. Jake Stewart, a 6'4" junior. Jabe Giacoletto, a 5'11 senior. McGrady Noyes, a 6'4 junior. And Lane Manasmith, a 6'7 sophomore. Where do these two teams line up as far as scoring offense and scoring defense in this tournament right now? Triad, they are 9th in the offensive category. They have played 3 games, scored 140 points. That's good for 46.7. Edwardsville, they are 12th on that list. They have played 3 games, 124 points, and that averages out to 41.3 per contest. On the scoring defensive side of things, both teams are a little bit down toward the bottom of the pile. Edwardsville is number 10. In their 3 games, they have allowed 124 points, or 49 points per game. And Triad, they are 12th on that list, 140 points. They've allowed 51.3 on average. Both teams are on the floor. The Tigers are the home team. They're in their whites and trimmed in orange, numbers in orange. They have the word Tigers written across the fronts of their jerseys. The Triad Knights, they're the home team. They're dressed all in red, trimmed in black down the sides, and they have white numbers. And over the white numbers on the fronts of their jerseys, they have the word Triad. We are underway, and the Knights with the ball. They are traveling from left to right on your screen. And, of course, that means Edwardsville will be traveling the other way. On the outside of the perimeter, Triad trying to run that offense over in front of the Edwardsville bench. They give to Giacoletto, and Giacoletto pops one just inside the perimeter for the first score of this game, and the Triad Knights are up 2-0.
Yeah, nice simple start. Nice drives in the lane, pull-ups for a solid 12-foot bucket. 2-0 Knights.
Did you get some sleep?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Glad somebody did. I didn't fall asleep till about 1. Edwardsville, their first offensive touch. They get out to the top of the key with Jordan Bush. Over this way for A.J. Tillman. Back over to Bush, and around the horn we go, and it ends up with Passett. Back onto the wing. That is Bryce Spiller. Into the paint it goes. Kicked it back outside at the free throw line. That was almost a travel. And then back at the top of the key, a 3-point shot on the way, and Isaiah Kloster can't hit it, and the rebound belongs to Triad. Here's Jake Stewart. Stewart brings it up the far sideline, and around to the top of the key it goes to Giacoletto. Giacoletto hands it off over on the right wing, and around the outside of the perimeter, the ball will stay. Ends up back in the hands of Giacoletto. 6.5 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. First game of the day, 13th place on the line here for these two teams. Top of the key again. Here is Winslow. Moves it up inside to the big guy, Manasmith, and a missed connection there. And the Tigers with the rebound. They'll bring it back down and off the glass, finally onto the board. Bryce Spiller gets his Edwardsville Tigers their first 2 points, and it comes almost 2 minutes into this quarter.
Yeah, Spiller averaging 16 points a game for the Tigers, really having a solid tournament, and gets off to a solid start here today.
Manasmith over into the corner, and a head fake there by Giacoletto. And now Giacoletto drives on a baseline pass, but that didn't connect until it was pretty much after the runner went underneath the basket into Manasmith, but he got squeezed out by a double team. The ball squeezed out along with him. Tigers ended up with it, and off the fat part of the iron, no good there for Kloster. They'll kick it back outside, top of the key for 3 for Spiller, and no good. Triad comes back the other way. Triad had the late game last night in the auxiliary gym as they beat Wasilla. Wasilla gave them everything they could handle.
Yeah, from what we were able to follow that game, looks like it was a pretty competitive one. Triad only won that game by 9 points, and it was closer than that for a while.
61-52 is the final, yeah, but for a while it was a 2-point game late. 5:06 left to play here in this first quarter, and we are tied at 2. And the Tigers with the ball looking to take their first lead of this game. And at the top of the key, a 3-pointer will do just that. And Spiller gets the first 3-pointer of this game. 5-2, Edwardsville in front.
We'll see A.J. Mills look to come in for Triad. And
the other, A.J. Mills, yeah.
We'll see Lucas Greer come in for Edwardsville as we have a foul away from the play against Winslow. Excuse me.
That is against, Winslow. Drew Winslow. Ball comes in. Inbound pass came over there on the other side. It was brought in by or triggered in by Jordan Bush right in front of the athletic director at Edwardsville, Mr. Alex Fox, and those two had a couple of words as he made his way back out onto the court. Yes, sir. I'm probably sure that was the other answer on the other end of that.
Yeah, you see Mr. Fox, one of the better ADs in the business. I think we have a pretty good working relationship with him, and
he hooks us up.
Yeah, he's here, and this pity that at times the facilities at Edwardsville give us trouble, but
oh yeah, that's not his fault.
Yeah, that's definitely not his fault.
Yeah, he understands the troubles, and they have their own live streaming system now set up at their football stadium, so we don't really have to worry about that too much anymore. We can just let everybody know they can watch it on their channel.
Yep.
The only thing I can get to work down there is my phone. Whistle on the play, and another foul will be handed out with 3:50 left to play here in this opening quarter as Edwardsville gets ready to bring in Hirsch Green. And he will come in for Sean Passett.
And we'll see Giacoletto head to the bench as they bring, as Aiden Hitt enters into the game for the Knights. And he had if I remember correctly, he had like 26 points in their game against Wasilla. So definitely a solid showing for him, and we'll see if he can provide that spark off the bench for the Knights.
The foul was against Passett, so each team now has one. And Passett's foul earned him a trip to the bench. Triad. Yeah, Aiden Hitt had 26 points. And Jake Stewart had 16. There's a shot from the corner for Hitt, and that one misses. I like the way Hitt plays. He's a fun player to watch.
Yeah, he's a solid player and only a junior, so we'll see him next year, and Triad fans will be able to see him in the red and black or white.
Whatever color they wear.
I guess it's all three, isn't it?
I think so. Tigers with the ball. And here is Jordan Bush at the top of the key. 3 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Onto the wing. That is Lucas Greer. Around the horn it goes to Spiller. Into the paint. Back to Jordan Bush. And then into the corner for three for Greer. It skips across the rim. And there's Hitt with the rebound. Hitt with that burst of energy that he has. Brings it all the way up. Circles back around, and they'll slow things down and give the ball back over to Jake Stewart, who runs the offense. Back into the paint it goes. And up and not in. Nice try there, but A.J. Mills couldn't connect. 5-2 in favor of Edwardsville. We have 2.5 to play here in this first quarter, and there's a move, low post, but a foul coming up.
That's going to be Mills's first.
His first, and that will send Jordan Bush up to the free throw line.
Malik Allen will be set to come in for the Tigers at the next opportunity, which should be after this first shot.
Bush in yesterday's win over Alton went 0 for 2 from the free throw line, so nice to see him connect here and break that spell.
Looks like Allen will come in for Bush.
6-2. Tigers have the lead. Knights have the rebound, and it's a rebound that's picked up by Stewart. All the way up to Hitt. Hitt hits. He'll do that a lot. 6-4. He gets his team back to within 2 with that two-pointer. He can do that from anywhere, and he will do it from anywhere. Here is a dribble drive by Spiller, and he sinks one from about 10 feet out. Back to a 4-point lead for Triad with 2 minutes left to play here in this first quarter.
We'll see Edwardsville continue to make more substitutions, as we'll see not only Allen, but we'll also see Alec Marchetto come in at the next stoppage.
There is Hitt at the free throw line, bounces it out to the outside for Winslow. Winslow just outside the paint, takes a foul from the opposing number 11, Hirsch Green. Each team now with 2. All 4 fouls belong to 4 different individuals, so no one's in foul trouble yet. 1:49 on the clock. And at the free throw line, it is Drew Winslow, and he misses off to the right.
We'll see Spiller and Bush head to the bench. Spiller with a solid start so far. It's his 7 points. Will head to the bench for a bit of a rest.
And 1-for-1 trip by Drew Winslow to the free throw line, 8-5. Tigers up by 3, and they bring the ball up. A.J. Tillman gets it on over to Mark Allen, and then Tillman gets it back, takes a shot off the back of the rim, and where the glass meets the rim, and Triad there with the rebound, and they come up with Jake Stewart, and they bring it all the way over to Noyes. McGrady Noyes.
Who I believe is one of the tournament leaders in rebounding.
He is. I think he's second or third on the list. And a three-point shot from the top of the key. Nicely done there by A.J. Mills, the 6'2" sophomore. Ties this game up 8-8.
He is second.
Thought so.
Averaging 9.3 a game behind only Daneko Rucker of Althoff, who we'll see later today.
We'll see almost everybody later today except for the two teams playing in the auxiliary gym right now, and that's Alton and Wasilla. So we only got to see Wasilla once.
Buzzer.
I know. What was that?
I don't know.
That's strange. Mira's hit on the rebound, and he'll take it all the way down. And off balance, I tell you what, the kid can hit from anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere, anytime. Oh!
And the referee falls down, gets helped up by Coach Gidry. Looks like he's all right.
I guess so. Probably more embarrassed than anything.
Well, it happens.
It does.
I mean, and Coach Battis will take a timeout.
And we're glad the referee's okay. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a full timeout right along with him. Back in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KHawkSports.com and the K-Hawk Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the K-Hawk Sports Network and KHawkSports.com.
Welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Todd Duke and the Roseman brothers here. Zach and Josh. Josh is what, a freshman in high school now?
8th grade.
8th grade, okay. And you are a freshman in college. How's it going?
Not too bad.
Yeah? College life treating you okay? Whistle on the play right after the inbound pass.
And we're going to get, looks like some sort of clock issue. They're going to
start it on time?
I guess they're going to take 2.5 seconds off and give Edwardsville the ball still.
Okay. We'll continue that conversation in the next quarter then, because there's only 15 seconds left to play in this one. Tigers with the ball after the timeout. We'll see if they can turn that timeout into 2 points to tie the Triad Knights here, as the Knights are up 10-8, and that ball was kicked. And now it's going to belong to Triad, so Triad will have a chance to extend their lead before we head to the second quarter.
We'll see Brady Kuhn had entered into the game for Triad, but he'll be replaced by Hit, and Edwardsville made some substitutions as well.
Winslow lost the ball, and here comes Spiller, and he'll tie this game up at the buzzer. We will head to quarter number 2, and we are tied at 10. Back in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, PetroffTrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Told you about this game. It's the 13th place game in the auxiliary gym. 15th place game taking place between Alton and Wasilla. And early on, Alton leads by a score of 11-5. Here we are 10-10 after one quarter of play. Hope everybody is enjoying the holiday season. Coming to a close real quick, man. I'm 3 days in a row of this, and then I'll have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off with nothing to do except for relax before I have to go back to school on Monday. guessing you go back on Monday as well?
No, I have
No?
I have like another week off.
Wow. Must be nice being a college kid. Getting all that time off. Didn't you get off like the week before high school's let out too? You guys get about a month off?
Not quite. I think we get about 3 weeks.
Tigers, Triad, tied 10-10, and a three-point shot will change that right off of the bat for Bryce Spiller.
Spiller's got 12 points, so
Yeah.
definitely.
We were talking about him before the game got started because we get to make our selections collectively for the all-tournament team and the MVP, and his name came up.
I mean, he's been one of the higher scorers in the tournament, and he's off to a good start here today.
That was off of the knee of A.J. Tillman, and it went right into the gut of his head coach, or the opposing head coach. Or no, that is his head coach.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that was kind of a double-edged salt in the wound kind of thing there.
I think they're going to get Green on a hold there.
They will.
That's his second foul. And we'll see.
Returning to the Tigers, number 32, Sean Packett.
PA guy pronounces it Packet.
Packet?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen anybody correct me on the old text line here on the live stream feed, so
I don't know.
I'd rather be called Passett than Packet.
I don't know. Shot up and good for noise anyway.
Yeah. So 13-12 Tigers, and I'm not trying to say if that's the way it's pronounced that it's not a good name, but I like what would that be like the French pronunciation?
Yeah.
Passett, something like that. All right, back to action here. At the top of the key, Tigers bring it around. 6:25 left to play here in this second quarter, and a travel by the Tigers will put the ball back in the Knights' hands. And Coach Battis will bring Malik Allen back into the game, and he'll take the place of Jordan Bush.
Yeah, Coach Battis being quite content to rotate out some individual pieces. And
yeah, he does that a lot.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that much movement since I did the girls' game at O'Fallon a couple of weeks ago. Man, I tell you what, they move in and players in and out like it's a hockey game.
Yeah, I remember back in earlier on in Battis' tenure, not too long after he first started. Sometimes
nice steal there by Spiller.
Sometimes he'd go 5 for 5 upon occasion.
Yeah. Yeah, Waldo used to do that a lot.
Oh, Waldo only played about 6 guys.
Yeah. And a miss. That was a nice steal by Spiller, but they couldn't finish. A.J. Tillman missed. And now Triad comes down looking to get their lead back. We've had a couple lead changes, and that is not going to count because there's a foul going the other way.
Yep. I'm going to give that to Manasmith.
Manasmith.
We'll see Giacoletto re-enter as Winslow will head to the bench for the Knights.
5:46 left to play here in this first half. 13-12. Tigers have the lead in this 13th place game. Tigers bring it up, and here is A.J. Tillman. Tillman from the top of the key gets over onto the right wing. Bounces it back to the top of the key for Allen. Allen into the paint and off of the hands of Passett and into the hands of Jake Stewart. Here come the Triad Knights again looking to retake that lead, but again, a steal by A.J. Tillman and the Tigers and a little move past the incoming Stewart, and that's a good two-pointer there, and the Tigers have a 3-point lead once again. Stewart needs to do a little bit of a better job of holding on to that ball. That's a couple of times he's been stripped.
Yeah.
Out front to the big man. That is Manasmith, and he gets it inside. Just outside the lane, it is Noise. Noise underneath the basket, no shot, and a foul on the floor.
We'll see Mills and Kloster enter respectively as Manasmith will head to the bench for the Knights, and Greer will head to the bench for the Tigers.
A.J. Tillman picks up his first foul. That's his team's fourth. Knights have 3 fouls. And the inbound pass will be triggered by Stewart for Triad. They get it into A.J. Mills. Mills, a foul by the opposite number. Mills is wearing 32, and so is Sean Passett. Passett will pick up his second foul.
Coach Battis not very happy about it, but he's
Carol, with the same last name, has put something on the board, and then she retracted it. I don't know what it is. I just looked down.
Oh.
Epinesa checks into the game for the first time.
Yeah, Osafatu, younger brother of AJ, has turnover for the Knights.
They've done that quite a few times here in this first half, especially in the last 5 minutes. Boy, that was a body hit the floor, man. That was a hard hit over there, and Giacoletto gets up just fine, man. That sounded like it was a lot worse than it turned out to be.
But I think he's going to be the one charged with the foul.
Yep. And a miss at the free throw line for Edwardsville's Lucas Greer. Greer yesterday didn't make it to the free throw line in the win over Alton. And he is now 1 for 2 in this contest. A timeout on the floor called by Triad. We will take a timeout as well. Back in a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud K-Hawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Zach Roseman, Josh Roseman here as well. Not sure what he's doing today. Taking it easy.
And not much at the moment. He'll probably find something to do later on.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure that they will. Oh, he's updating his brackets over there. 16-12, Tigers have the lead. We have 4:25 left to play. Here's a three-point shot, and with the second quarter almost halfway over, that was a miss. Out of bounds it goes.
Yeah, knocked out of bounds by Greer, and he's a little frustrated about it.
It is Packett. Thanks, Carol. Appreciate that.
All right.
It's nice to know. I always appreciate when somebody can correct me in pronouncing names, because sometimes they're a little rough and sometimes they're not what they look like. So out front it goes, and Triad brings it forward, and Giacoletto. See, I was always saying it was Giacoletto, and I got school on that pronunciation not too long ago as well. That's a nice little move there, but it's not going to turn into a bucket. That thing rolled around the rim so slow. I bet A.J. Tillman saw it in slow motion. Out to hit in front of the Edwardsville bench. Gives it up now for Stewart. Stewart into the corner on the far side. Gives it up now, and Giacoletto out front, top of the key. A miss there on another three-point try by Packett. The other 32, A.J. Mills.
And Noyes will get another rebound and be fouled by Bryce Spiller. That's his first and the sixth team foul for the Tigers. So
we have to keep our eye on Noyes as well, huh?
Yeah, in regards to rebounding, he's been one of the better ones. As he'll hit the first free throw as Bush and Allen will enter for... Oh, 22 is Becker.
Donnie Becker, 6'1" sophomore.
Yeah, not Brady Kuhn. Brady Kuhn's 23. And we'll see Winslow come in at the next stoppage for the Knights.
Tigers bring it up, and Edwardsville leads by 2. It's been a pretty tight game throughout. And I would venture to say that if Triad would tone down on the turnovers a little bit, they might have a lead that they can keep. But they're struggling to keep up, but there they are.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a close game. Still plenty of time.
Jordan Bush kicks it out to the top of the key for Allen over on the wing, and bounced over to Epinesa, deep baseline, and there's a turnover by the Tigers, and here comes Hit. He has a head of steam with him, and he throws it up, and you know what? I can't believe it didn't go in. Normally anything he throws toward the basket somehow, some way goes in.
Yeah, but they're going to get Epinesa with the foul, and freshman though he is, that is a large frame to shoot over.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah, he's just going to get bigger. He's got a couple more years of growth going on with that one.
Yeah, I mean, we know how big his brother got.
Oh, yeah. Hit gets his team to within one, and he'll have a chance to tie it here in just a moment. 3 minutes to go. 16-15, 13th place game here at the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Tournament. We're in the second quarter, and we are now tied at 16.
Hit with 6 points.
Jordan Bush brings the ball up for Edwardsville. And over into the corner, Allen. Back around the wing we go. Kloster, and up underneath, a dipsy doodle reverse layup. Jordan Bush couldn't connect. Triad with the rebound. Here is Hit at the top of the key. Lost the ball. And now it's out of bounds, and it's going to go the other way. Last touched by Winslow. At least I got a little bit of a warning before that sneeze came flying out.
Yep.
Just a little bit.
See Coach Battis barking out directions.
2:25 left to play. Here is Epinesa. Baseline drive. Well, guess what that's going to be called?
That's his second foul.
Yeah, he ran right into the player. At the same time, he lost control of the ball. So no dribbling while you're making body contact. You're going to get called for a charge.
Yep, and we'll see Packett come in to replace him, and Coach Battis will.
It's a teaching moment for Coach Battis.
Yes.
And Epinesa.
Looks like Coach Battis has said everything that he felt necessary to say.
Yeah, well, there's a game going on, so you have to make it quick, precise, and on target.
Yes.
Triad with the ball. We're tied at 16 here in this 13th place game, and a loose ball picked up by the Tigers, and now another loose ball, and that one's going to be picked up by Triad, and into the corner. They are, I thought for sure that Noyes banked that ball off the shins of one of the Edwardsville players, and
yeah, they are
going to give it to him. Okay. Referees get together and talk about it and make the right call, I think.
Yeah, there are situations where reversing a call is acceptable, and then there are other situations where reversing a call in basketball is very much frowned upon, but no real complaint from the Edwardsville contingent, so we'll call that the right one.
Well, there's another loose ball. That one's picked up by the Tigers, and there's going to be a foul in the process, and I believe it's going to go against Triad's Donnie Becker. And it will, and that'll be his first.
6th for the team as Marchetto will re-enter.
So the Tigers will bring it up, and we are still tied at 16 with 95 seconds left to play here in this first half. And there's another turnover. Loose ball in the backcourt, but it's tipped and no whistle on the play. Almost a turnover, but again, another loose ball. Could have been a turnover. There's been a lot of those in this first half.
Yeah.
And a little pop and drop. Hits the mark there for Malik Allen, and the Tigers have their 2-point lead back. Lead changes have happened quite often in this first half, but it's not been by a lot. 2 points here, 3 points there, and I don't think anybody's had a lead more than 5, have they? 4 even.
Yeah, that might not be any more than 3.
Right.
We'll have a foul against somebody for Edwardsville.
1:02 left to play here in the first half of this 13th place game. 15th place game is going on right now in the auxiliary gym. Alton and Wasilla in that one. What's going on?
With a minute 15 and counting, the lead is 29-18 for the Redbirds.
29-18, and Alton looking for their first win of the year.
Yes, I believe
think
so.
so,
They
yeah.
would be 0-11, 0-12 coming into the game.
Drew Winslow at the free throw line hit the first one to give his team back to within 1. He went 4 for 6 for Triad from the line in yesterday's win over Wasilla.
I think Wasilla would be looking for their first one as well.
Yes, they would. But their season just started like only about 10 days ago. They came into this with only 3 games under their belt.
Yep.
Everybody else that's come into this contest has got 9, 10 or more. Out to the top of the key, and a 3-point shot that's off the mark from Marchetto. 45 seconds left. Triad brings it up, looking to take the lead back once again. Here is Noise. Noise on the wing, dribbles into the perimeter, getting blocked out there by Machado. And all the way back out front we go to Stewart, over onto the wing for Winslow. Winslow brings it around to the top of the key in front of the Edwardsville bench. A dribble drive there by Noise. Noise over onto the wing for Stewart again. 20 seconds left here in this first half. 1-point contest between Edwardsville and Triad. Tigers of Edwardsville with the 1-point lead. Down to 10 seconds left. At the top of the key, it is Winslow. Over into the corner for Noise. Noise across to Stewart into the corner, and a 3-point shot taken there by Giacoletto, and that misses the mark, and then we have a whistle with half a second left on the clock.
Yeah, Tigers will bring Spiller back in as Allen will head to the bench. Not really much you can do in half a second.
There is nothing you can do in half a second.
And they'll bring Epinesa in as well.
It's like, thanks, coach.
Yeah. So I mean, you can get it in, turn, and throw something up, but nothing's going to happen. That won't count. It won't be really close at all. And the Tigers will have a 1-point lead at halftime.
But it'll count as a 3-point attempt.
Probably.
18-17 is our score at the end of one half of play. The Edwardsville Tigers have the 1-point lead. We will take a break. We'll get the stats brought up to us for the first half and tell you all about those in just a little bit on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of K-Hawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go K-Hawks.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from K-Hawk Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KHawkSports.com and the KHawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our K-Hawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a K-Hawk, always a K-Hawk. Hashtag K-Hawk family.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully. nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose, so you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his K-Hawk Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville K-Hawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune.
And we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. Halftime over between Edwardsville and Triad, 18-17. Edwardsville has the lead. Hot off the presses, just now handed to me. That's why we didn't come on and tell you about it earlier, because I just got it. The stats for the first half look like this. Leading scorer, that's a shared responsibility. Jake Stewart and McGrady Noyes, each with 3 points for Triad. After that, 2 points apiece for Aiden Hitt and Drew Winslow. And then a smattering of one-pointers, A.J. Mills, Donnie Becker, and Lane Manasmith. And for Edwardsville, they're being led in points by Bryce Spiller. He has 12. He's the only one in double digits. After that, Slim Pickens, man. Malik Allen with 2, A.J. Tillman with 2, 1 point for Jordan Bush, 1 for Lucas Greer. The other numbers, 3-point line, Triad is 1 of 6, Edwardsville is 2 of 7 from the free throw line. Triad is 6 of 8, Edwardsville is 2 of 4. Rebound category being won by Triad, out rebounding the Tigers 14-6, probably helped out by a number of rebounds by Noyes. He has 3 of those rebounds. And the turnover category, we figured there would be a lot of them. There was 18 turnovers in the first half of the game. Triad with 12 of those turnovers, and Edwardsville with 6 of those turnovers. In the auxiliary gym at halftime, Alton has a 29-18 lead over Wasilla.
And we'll have our first foul of the second half called on Jordan Bush of the Tigers. And Drew Winslow will head to the line and miss the first one.
He's trying to tie it up now with the second one. They had a chance to take the lead, and the tie is what he'll have to settle for. 18-18, 7.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter of this 13th place game between Edwardsville and Triad. Now Edwardsville in the white uniforms will travel from left to right on your screen, and they have the ball. And over onto the left side wing, that is A.J. Tillman. Tillman gets it up to Jordan Bush, and a loose ball picked up, and then out onto the wing it goes for Kloster. Back into the corner for Packett, and then out to the top of the key for Tillman. And Tillman's ball is partially tipped, but he finds the handle again, dumps it off underneath. That was a nice play after a busted play on the feed to Bush for 2.
Yeah, nice scramble capability there for Edwardsville. Shot gets blocked, scramble for the ball. They're able to recover it, make a nice pass, and Bush able to hit the layup.
Here is Noyes, speaking of layup. Came in from the base side and did the same thing, 20-20.
Yeah, Noyes with his second bucket. A lot of, I talked a little bit yesterday about, how Quincy's guards have all tried to model their game after Jaden Smith. Well, it seems like Triad have kind of have a influx of guys that are trying to model their game after Luke Cox, who was a very good player for Triad a couple of years ago. They're all kind of, similar build, in that 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" range, can dribble the ball pretty well, can shoot decently. Maybe not quite as skilled, but They're still a pretty young Triad team, so they will improve.
Here is Hit on the left wing. Out to the top of the key. Triad and Noise. He'll give it up and get it right back from Winslow. Now Winslow's turn out front. Over to Hit on the wing. Triad. Over to Winslow. He drives baseline, and he gets one of those baseline little jumpers from underneath to go in too. Back-to-back plays just like that have given the Knights back their lead, 22-20. Back and forth lead changes have been a main theme of this game so far. Top of the key, bluffed the three-pointers, takes a step in, and nicely done there off of the hands of Lucas Greer. Sidestep the defender and get a little open space, and he hit.
Yeah.
Noise with the ball over to Winslow. Winslow dribbles with the left hand and then gives up the ball to Noise. Back over to the other side we go to Stewart. Stewart travels from one wing to the next. Winslow for three, top of the key. That's a little too strong, and the rebound underneath the basket belongs to Lucas Greer.
Nice.
Greer brings it up.
Nice job by Greer getting the rebound over the
yeah, he jumped right over him, didn't he?
Yeah, over the much taller Manasmith.
Into the corner it goes, and a tipped ball out to the wing, and that is Kloster. Kloster gets it back. He'll try his own three, and he'll hit it. And bottom of the net, swishes, and it's a 25-22 Edwardsville lead. A timeout on the floor. It is a 30-second timeout, so we'll be back here in 30 seconds on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Hurst Green and A.J. Mills check into the game. 25-22. Edwardsville with a 3-point lead. Does it seem to me that this game has overtime written all over it?
My gut feeling says no.
Really?
It's been close, but my gut feeling says that this one will not go to overtime.
We've had a, 2 overtime games in this tournament? At least on this floor.
I guess 3 in total because the Belleville East Altoff game went to overtime.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we've had 3 of the 24, yeah.
We've had some
24 games plus 2 halves of 2 other games.
We've had some good close games as well. That Quincy-Lincoln game stands out, 33-30 win by Quincy.
Yep.
They'll be in the third place game against Collinsville tonight. That should be a good matchup.
Yeah, the Rockford East Granite City game on the first night.
Always. First night, last game.
Always.
Just might as well stamp it for overtime before it even starts. 3 tournaments in a row that has happened. And a shot underneath the basket by Winslow, no good. Rebound belonged to Spiller, and Spiller brings it up for Edwardsville. Top of the key, he'll launch his own 3 and he'll sink it. All of a sudden, a couple of 3-pointers sink in, and that's the biggest lead by anyone in this game so far. It's a 6-point lead, 28-22 in favor of Edwardsville.
Yeah, put it pretty simply, Triad just need a bucket here.
They've gotten a couple of good runners underneath, but they, number one, they haven't taken that many 3-point shots. That's not their forte. They've only taken 6 and hit 1.
Yeah, they're going to get Hirsch Green with the foul, and that's his 3rd, so.
Second foul for the Tigers here in this half, and a rattler that falls in for Stewart. Knights have yet to foul in this half.
Let's see Packett enter for Green, and we'll see Marchetto enter for Spiller, which seems a little interesting.
Marchetto, boy, he has that Italian hair too, doesn't he? Nice, dark, black, thick.
Well.
And here is Stewart at the line, and he'll run another one in. So a couple of free throws will help take that 6-point lead down to a 4-point lead, and the Tigers bring it back up. Here is A.J. Tillman. Tillman. Around to Machado. Machado at the top of the key, picks up his dribble and throws it back over to Malik Allen. Allen on the right wing, into the corner for Packett. Packett in a little bit of trouble there. He's being guarded closely by Noyes. And then a bounce pass underneath. That was a nice little exchange of passes, but it doesn't turn into 2 points yet.
Yeah, nice zone beater play. You know, go from the corner to the wing into the low post. Fouls on A.J. Mills. And the other, number 32, Packett, will shoot 2 free throws.
Packett at the free throw line for the first time in this game. 1 for 2 in the win over Alton yesterday. And he'll miss the first one.
We'll see Bush enter, and Epinesa will enter for Packett, I guess.
And they brought Epinesa in with a half a second left to go in that first half. And a miss by Packett. And the score remains 28-24. Packett missed both. So he's having a little bit of a rough go at the charity stripe. Here for Triad is Noyes, and he'll get it up to A.J. Mills. Mills at the top of the key, gives it up for Stewart. Stewart in front of the scorer's table. Makes his move at the free throw line, kicks it into the corner for Noyes for 3, and there's that three-pointer that Triad was looking for. Just like that, it's back to a 1-point lead. Edwardsville out front 28-27. That was nice.
Yeah, Triad both of these teams are going to be pretty patient in how they take their shots. Both teams well coached.
Yeah, there's another three-point shot. That's off to the left. Saw that when it left the hands there of Mark Allen.
Yeah, not really going to take any bad shots. And there's another bucket for Noyes.
Yeah. And the bruise to go along with it. So Noyes will have a chance to turn this into a three-point play and maybe get himself back-to-back three-point plays.
See Epinesa come in along with Spiller, and we'll see Packett and Greer head to the bench.
So a 1-point lead for the Triad Knights with 2:22 left here in this third quarter. 13th place game. No hardware on the line. You're not going to leave with a trophy, but 13th place is better than 14th, right?
Yeah, it's a win.
It is. It's a win, and you get to go to the next round that would begin in January. Most likely, most teams starting with conference games. Collinsville's not. They're starting with Cahokia after the break.
Yeah, some schools will have a non-conference game. Of course, you've got the Highland Shootout coming up. I don't think. I know Belleville East are in it. I'd have to look at the schedule.
Belleville East has their own little tournament coming up too.
Yeah, the
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, the Chick-fil-A tournament.
Yeah.
I believe Collinsville are in that.
2-point lead now for Triad, so Triad trying to extend it. I don't think Triad's led by is anything more than 2 in this game. Edwardsville just had a 6-point lead, but that has since went away. It is a 8-point run here for Triad since that 6-point lead was taken by the Edwardsville Tigers. And here is Stewart for 3. That one tips off the front of the rim. The rebound belongs to Malik Allen. Allen brings it up, top of the key, throws a one-hand pass over on the wing, and a
foul
wall that was A.J. Tillman ran into. There was like 3 players with red jerseys on standing right in front of him, and he went into all 3 of them, and one of them got a foul.
Yeah, they're going to get Giacoletto for the foul as Kloster will re-enter the game.
1:26 left to play here in this third quarter. 28 for the Tigers. They're trying to at least tie it. A turnaround shot will do exactly that. Off of the hands of Isaiah Kloster. So we're knotted at 30 now. You sure you still don't smell overtime?
Nope.
No? Okay. That was a nice little play there by Drew Winslow.
Yeah, just took it over in the corner, drove baseline, nice reverse layup.
Yeah, turn around, spun it right off the fingertips, and it rolled on in. 32-30. Knights have their 2-point lead back.
Now we'll see. Now it looks like Edwardsville are just going to run offense as
travel.
Bush will travel.
We haven't had as many turnovers in the second half as we did in the first, that's for sure. We had 18 turnovers in the first half. I think we've had maybe, 2?
Maybe 1 or 2 more than that, but
yeah.
I don't think we've had much more than 5 anyway.
So that aspect has calmed down. I'm sure both teams are happy about that. On to the wing on the far side. That's the right wing. Back to the top of the key now for Triad, and A.J. Mills slings the ball over to Stewart, who gives the ball up to Noyes. Noyes in the slot. Back over to Stewart. 35 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Stewart dribbles and drives, almost forgot to take the ball with him. Now he's in the paint, backs it out, and here is Giacoletto with a three-pointer, and that one's good. Biggest lead of the game so far for Triad, 35-30. Tigers bring the ball up across the line. Here is Bush. Gets the ball over to Tillman, back over to Bush.
Yeah, it looks
play
like
for the last shot.
Looks like Triad almost in a box and one on Spiller. They're gonna guard him man-to-man and kind of float in a zone.
Edwardsville was running out of time, and at the buzzer, a ball coming right up here to me, and we were a little bit lower. I would have caught that. Guarantee it. End of the third quarter. 35-30 in favor of the Triad Knights, and we are back in just 1 minute here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and, of course, the Collinsville K-Hawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a K-Hawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive.
Fourth quarter action is here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 35-30. Triad has a 5-point lead. Edwardsville had a 1-point lead at the end of one quarter, or at the end of the first half. We were tied 10-10 at the end of one quarter, so this has been a tight game throughout. Here is Triad with the ball. 13th place on the line, and over to Noyes it goes in front of his own bench. Noyes sends it out top now for Winslow. Winslow back over to Stewart. Stewart over to Giacoletto. Giacoletto on the near side sideline. Gets it back out front for Winslow. Winslow over to Stewart, back near midcourt now. 35-30, Triad with a little bit of a run there after Edwardsville had a 6-point lead. Now Triad has a 5-point lead. It's their biggest lead of this game. Here's Noyes, again in front of his own bench. Gets it out to Winslow. Winslow over to Giacoletto, who gets it to Stewart.
Triad are going to be nice and patient.
Yeah, they are. Looking like Lincoln out there, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, no reason to be looking to rush anything. You've got a 5-point lead.
Right.
You can be patient and look for a nice, good shot.
I'm sure that Jeff Guidry told them to do exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, they're not. Yeah, I mean, they're running offense. It's not like they're putting it in four corners or anything.
Giacoletto keeps on bluffing the three-point shot, probably just to draw some folks near him. And now Noyes over there thought about it for a second as well on the opposite side, and Noyes loses the ball but regains the handle, kicks it all the way back out to Giacoletto at midcourt. Giacoletto drives just a bit and pulls it back.
Yeah, Battis all the way out to the...
yeah, he's on the floor.
Well, I guess he's going to come all the way out to half court.
Man, I'm telling you what, he might as well just ask for the pass. There was a shot taken from the corner that was probably ill-advised because it didn't hit anything. Edwardsville comes away with the loose ball. And a three-point shot at the other end of the floor, also probably ill-advised, but Spiller was open, so he took it anyway instead of setting up any kind of an offense. And we are still stuck here at 35-30, and now we have a foul.
Yeah, they're going to give it to Marquetto as he and Kloster will head to the bench, and they'll bring Greer and Bush back into the game.
Inbound pass comes into Stewart. Stewart brings it across the midcourt stripe. 5.5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter of this 13th place game between Edwardsville and Triad. Over to Stewart again in front of his bench. He'll dribble his way out of the corner. And back at midcourt, gives to Spiller up underneath, and a nice little drive, give, and go. A.J. Mills finished it off with 2 points. 7-point lead is the biggest by any team in this game.
Yeah. And again, they're basically going to do, and again, basically they're going to run box and one on Spiller, and they're going to try their best to make sure that he doesn't get the ball, and if he does get the ball, that there's not much that he's going to do with it.
Edwardsville, a 3-point shot blocked out. That was a nice block, number 1, by Drew Winslow. And then he tried to save it while he was in midair. Almost did, too. He almost knocked it right back into the hands of the guy who shot the 3-point shot to begin with.
Yeah, we'll see Allen and Marquetto re-enter, and we'll see Greer and Bush head to the bench.
This is the 13th place game. We got the 11th place game coming up. Basically, that would also be considered the third place consolation championship bracket side, but it is what it is. It's 11th place. Here is Marchetto, and a big three over there in the corner for him, and a timeout called right after that three. And we'll take a timeout as well. So while these two teams talk about it, thank you. Why does it take them so long to figure out if it's 30 or 60? It's 60. We'll be back in about that long here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as T-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, we are in Collinsville. Hope wherever you are, you're enjoying your day. It's another cloudy, gloomy day here. Got some rain in the forecast for a little bit later on. I hear next weekend it's supposed to get downright cold.
Yeah, I heard that we're going to get some kind of winter storm system coming through, potentially. And I think it's essentially the same storm that got Wasilla stuck in Seattle for...
Yeah, that storm's been hanging out there for a while, hasn't it?
A day, basically.
There's your chocolate milk, man. They got a guy coming with a crate of it right now. There you go.
All right, yeah.
Just telling you to wave him on up here, just like one of the, the peanut vendor at the Busch Stadium or something. Peanuts, get your chocolate milk here.
Ice cold Dr. Pepper.
Ice cold Prairie Farms chocolate milk. Oh, they're bringing all the milk up for you now, man.
Yeah, they got like 6 crates of them. They've recruited some of the underclass Collinsville basketball players who have been wandering around helping out.
Yeah, that's their job. They don't get to volunteer. They get told to do that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Free throw made there by Giacoletto gives his team a 5-point lead, 38-33. 4:20 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 13th place game. What's going on in the Aux Gym? We only have to ask that during this game. This is the only game that we have 2 games going on at the same time.
Well, we've actually gotten ahead of them a little bit, but with 5.5 minutes to go, the lead is 51-29 in favor of Alton. And I thought for half a second they were going to grow that lead, but not quite yet, as we'll have a timeout, a 30-second
timeout on the floor, or we're back in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our K-Hawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a K-Hawk, always a K-Hawk. Hashtag K-Hawk family.
Todd Duke and the Roseman brothers back with you from Collinsville, Illinois. 4:20 left to play here in this fourth quarter, 13th place game. It's been a close game throughout. 39-33, not a scintillating affair by any means between these two teams, but it's been fun to watch.
Yeah,
There's a three-point try.
If nothing else, it hasn't been as bad as I don't know, the bad's the right word, but that Lincoln-Madison game yesterday was interesting. We'll put it that way.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, 43 points.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a foul.
That's a three-point foul, too.
Yep.
Giacoletto is guilty of that one, and we're going to have 3 shots from the free throw line by Bryce Spiller.
Yep, and we'll see a threefold substitution, as we'll see Greer, Tillman, and Allen come in for Edwardsville, provided that Spiller can hit this shot.
Spiller hit the first one, and he hits the second one, and he'll have one more.
Oh, yeah, because he
that might be a costly foul on Giacoletto there. His team was up.
Yeah, that was his third foul, and Spiller can hit all 3 of these. Then
his team was up by 6, and they have a chance to trim that in half now.
Yeah, and then he'll grow his total, and yeah, he
hit all 3 of them.
Yeah, he's got 18. Yeah, he has exactly half of Edwardsville's points right now. 18 of the Tigers' 36, and now he'll head to the bench for a bit of a break.
4:03 left to play here in this fourth quarter, so we're halfway through the quarter.
Edwardsville running a press? What sorcery is this?
Unheard of.
Unheard of.
Here's Giacoletto trying to get that. Whoop, I thought he was going to take the 3, but ill-advised pass there. Tried to feed one into Noyes, but coming and stepping right in front of that one was Malik Allen. So Edwardsville back out at the other end of the floor. A three-pointer will tie it once again, and we'll see what Edwardsville wants to do here. Battis is almost on the floor again.
Yeah, no.
He's very animated.
Yeah. He's one of the more dichotomous coaches in that regards. There will be times where he's very much Phil Jackson's
three-point to tie? Yes, it is. Malik Allen, a three-pointer to tie. 3:25 left to go here in this fourth quarter, and there is a timeout on the floor, so we'll step aside as well. Back in just a moment here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027.
Once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 39-39 is our score after a big three-point play there to tie it up by Edwardsville. And Triad will inbound. And the inbound, a foul right off the bat. Battis is like beside himself. What'd you do, man? We just talked about this. That was a foul against Lucas Greer, his second, team 7th. So for the rest of this game, Triad will be at the free throw line whenever Edwardsville commits a foul, and Spiller will check back in. His rest didn't last very long.
No, I mean, game he's having, you want him on the floor as much as possible.
Packett comes back into the game as well, and the aforementioned Lucas Greer with his foul back to the bench. But Pattis is like, have a seat. Here is Stewart Hits the first one, and it's back to a 1-point affair. Knights 40, Tigers 39. 3:23 left to go here in this fourth quarter. 13th place on the line. Next one by Stewart, rattles but won't fall, and then it's pushed out of bounds, and they're going to say it was off of A.J. Mills.
Yeah, Coach Guidry and the Triad contingent not especially happy, as it seems like it's a rather sparse crowd. It seems like those that are favoring one team or another, it seems like there's more favoring Triad than Edwardsville.
Seems that way. Here is Packett. Packett out onto the wing now for Closter. Closter all in front of his coach. Baddest man, I tell you what, he moves, he talks, he screams, he yells, he flails his arms. He is really into it.
Maybe only, I'd say probably the most animated coach in the tournament is probably Coach Badgley from Mundelein, although I guess any coach can be animated depending on the situation.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have any true Zen masters, although Coach Henderson from Wasilla was pretty quiet.
Yeah, I only got to see him once.
Yep.
And when I did, they were wearing Granite City uniforms. I'm glad to hear they got their luggage back.
Yes.
Here is Winslow. Winslow at the top of the key for Triad, over to Stewart. Stewart, his team has a 1-point lead. We're down to 2:15 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Back out to Winslow. Winslow at the midcourt stripe, moves up forward and gives it back to Stewart. They'll play catch for a moment, and pressing the issue is going to be A.J. Tillman.
Yeah, it looks like Triad are going to try and, kind of do what they were doing earlier, where they're going to run clock until they can get a layup.
And the layup they did get, and it goes in after a couple of bounces and a little sweat by A.J. Mills. Watching that one bounce back and forth from one side of the rim to the other, and it's now a 3-point lead for Triad. We're down to a minute 40 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Good first game of the day. Not flashy by any means, but it's been a nice, tight, contested affair. Here in the inside of the perimeter, Closter kicks it back out. 3 points to tie, and that was just a little bit too strong off of the hands of Malik Allen. It comes down, and A.J. Tillman drives, and a turnover. Giacoletto picked it up over to Noyes. Noyes brings it up across the timeline with 1:20 left to go.
We do have a final from the Alton-Wasilla game, a 30-point victory for the Redbirds as they will win 61-31, and Coach Guidry will call timeout.
So a Alton Redbird victory. They pick up their first victory of the year, and we will take a timeout, come back and give you the finishing 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go here in this one, and we'll do that here in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
One minute and 10 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. 42-39. The Triad Knights have a 3-point lead. And 13th place in their sights. And they also have the ball. And a pass, and that's going to be an over-the-back call. That's going to go against Edwardsville's Caden Jennings. He was all over. That's a all over the back call right there, man.
Yeah, I mean, over the back isn't technically a foul call, but
right.
There's no other way to.
Yeah, there's no other way to put that one, right?
Yeah.
A.J. Mills at the free throw line. See if he can give his team a 2-possession chance to pull away this victory with 1:08 left.
Well, I mean, we've seen minute and 8 seconds is a long time. Although that free throw by Mills was certainly self.
Oh, yeah. 4-point lead, 2-possession contest.
Yeah, he's quietly had a pretty good game. That's 8 points for him now. Probably his best game of the tournament.
And another one by Mills, and he hits both of them. And his team now enjoys a 5-point lead. And Edwardsville will see if they could do something about that. They roll the ball across the floor, pick it up to save a little bit of time, and they roll it around onto the left side wing, and that's Jordan Bush. Bush bounces it in and kicks it back out, and Packett out for a three-point shot, and a good one by A.J. Tillman. And just like that, it's a 2-point game and another timeout called, and we'll take it right along with Coach Battis and the Edwardsville Tigers. And we're back in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Big thank you to Prairie Farms sponsoring this tournament. Not only that, but they also sponsor us bringing you this tournament, so we appreciate Prairie Farms, and I know that a lot of folks have at least one Prairie Farm product in their household, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely a brand that become widely available, and we appreciate their gracious sponsorship. They've been
they stepped in when Schnook said they didn't want to do it anymore.
Yep. Schnook sponsored it for many years, but now Prairie Farms has been doing it for probably 6.
Maybe somewhere around there,
6 or 7 years now.
Yeah.
And they've helped to make it, and they've helped to keep and maintain it as one of the best holiday tournaments in the state of Illinois.
Dave Wilhelm chimes in, says incredible chocolate milk.
Yes.
You're not wrong, Dave. You're not wrong.
Incredible chocolate milk.
I agree. I have a carton of their chocolate milk at school almost every morning when I eat my breakfast. Here is hit off the glass, and boy, that's going to hurt. Triad now down by 4. 40 seconds left to play. It's another 2-possession contest, but the Tigers
have a foul timeout.
No, we're going to have a foul. That's going to be on Hit.
All right.
Hit will go out.
Oh, I think they had him intentionally foul. They wanted Giacoletto. I think they wanted Giacoletto in the game to play defense, and Triad have a couple fouls to give, so why not?
Yeah, they're only their 4th. And with 35 seconds left, Edwardsville can't tie it on this possession, but they're going to try to at least cut that lead in half or a little bit lower, and that 3-point shot misses, and the rebound belongs to Winslow, and Winslow is fouled, and he will head to the line on the 9th Edwardsville foul.
Yeah, that'll be on Closter. That's only his 2nd foul, but that is the 9th, and so Winslow will shoot 1 and 1 in this situation, but any additional fouls will result in the Knights shooting 2.
So Winslow at the free throw line, his team up by 4, and he misses, so Edwardsville has an opportunity here if they play it right. They get the ball into the hands of A.J. Tillman. Tillman spins at the top of the key, and he's fouled by Giacoletto.
Not actually a bad strategy by Triad with a couple of fouls to give. The only annoying thing is that that's the 4th foul on Giacoletto. We'll see Epinesa enter into the game.
Yeah, because with fouls to give, you send them to the line, and you know what? They're not shooting 4 free throws. They're only shooting 2.
Yeah.
And you're up by 4, so even if they make both, you're still up by 2, and you have control of the ball afterwards.
Yeah, it's not a strategy you see all that often, but it's definitely
makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely can be an effective one.
Uh-oh. Almost a turnover there, but staying with it and coming into the lane to pop a shot was A.J. Tillman. It wouldn't go, and the ball is on the ground, and that one is going to stay down there.
But with 9.5 seconds left, It's going to be difficult as we'll see Closter and Bush re-enter. See Tillman and somebody, and then we're going to have Coach Guidry take a timeout, I think. It'll be a full timeout.
Full timeout at that, so we'll step aside as well, and we'll be back with the closing 9.5 seconds of this game on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and they care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Inbound pass comes into Packett in the corner. It's a lost ball, and trying to save it was Bryce Spiller. He did save it, but he saved it to the wrong person. And the Triad Knights win the 13th place game here over the Edwardsville Tigers by a final score of 46-42. So the tournament comes to a close for both of these teams. Belleville, East, and Oakville, they play next in the 11th place game. And we will step aside for just a little while and get ready for that game and bring that game to you next on the K-Hawk Sports Network.